We get ready to set these drivers loose. Let's get it, baby. Let's go, chat. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we head to the beautiful Lucas Oil Speedway for the Wednesday night street fights presented by Dirt Warrior Racing, the DWR crew coming together here again to put on another wild race here for us as we got a ton of great talented drivers ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle here for yet again another evening of racing action as the dirt street stocks ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle here in this one. Practice coming to a close. We're going to have our qualifying session come up next, and then we're going to jump right into our heat race action. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. Oh, let's get it, baby. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a ton of fun, man. There is so many good, talented drivers here in the field. 30-plus drivers loaded into the sim, ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle here again for another wild evening of racing action. We'll get this field stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a few more moments. Qualifying about to get underway. These drivers about to jump onto the racetrack and get ready to rock and roll here for a quick qualifying session. Now I know I'll be alone and you'll be gone. Woo! I see the 8 ride, Jeremy Vaughn rolling out onto the racetrack there in the NLR Papa Mike Promotions NH Lens machine as the Majula Say Speed Shot machine jumping out onto the racetrack here. The 8 ride looking to have himself a good evening. See Lon Franks now hopping out onto the racetrack in the DWR iRacing iFlag machine. You also see the 44 ride of Joey Brewer. Joey jumping out there in that Quill-powered racing number 44 ride. Ty Dickinson of the Papa Mike Promotions, Sweet Tea Gang, Speed Ranch, Demon Speedworks, 5.6 graphics machine out there onto the racetrack as well. Brett Beavers in the 27 ride looking to have himself a good night here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Dan Stifler in the DWR iRacing iFlag 71 ride. He's out there on the racetrack looking to have a good evening. Matt Fletchel out there as well as... Yeah, we got a few of these drivers. We got to refresh their paints here, chat. We got to refresh some paints here for these guys. That's definitely not Matt Fletchel's paint scheme. Yo, what's good, Mr. LaFawn? Jordan coming in, showing the love. Tagging Pete and Mitch up in the chat. My girl, Mama Bear. Susie coming in, showing the love. Says hello, my boy Aaron. Hello, Mama Bear. How are you? Austin Wortman coming in with that like on the stream. Jordan LaFawn with the like on the stream. Tommy Rowe Jr., my boy Tommy coming in, dropping that thumbs up on the broadcast as well here. Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson with that heart reaction. Ricky Chandler and Jake Stefanski coming in, showing the love as well. Mitch Willis says Laboon the Goon. Laboon the Goon here in this one as Kyle Jarrett going to jump up with the quick time here in qualifying. It's the negativity. Speed Ranch, Dirty South Speed Shop, number 45, ride quickly up into the top of the speed charts. Brett Beavers into second. Jim Revis there in third. Dustin Hennigan, the kid, in the 33 machine. He's sporting a new looking ride here. I think he's going to get a new car here once we get Trading Paints refreshed again. Trading Paints having a struggle here in this one. You see the 5 ride of Chris Hill out there in his Speed Ranch, number 5H machine, currently in that 12th position. Saw Jackie Whaley out there. Cody Myers in the Papa Mike Promotions House of Speed, number 55 ride out there on the racetrack. He's up into position number 5 now is Jamie Massey with the quick time. Massey to the top of the speed charts here in the 19 machine. Massey quickest here in qualifying as Billy Northcott going to jump up into position number 3. Northcott with a heck of a run right there as well, up into that 3rd spot as right now very tight, close battle there between our top 2 drivers. 1/100th of a second between Jamie Massey and Kyle Jarrett on the racetrack right now. Amy Marie Stefanski coming in with that heart reaction. Mitch Willis coming in with that like on the stream. Brian Baxter coming in, dropping that thumbs up as well, coming in, showing the love here as we're going to get ready to rock and roll. Our first heat race about to come up here in just a few more moments. See Zachary J. Clark in the race on Texas. 727 ride out there on the racetrack. Seth Castle in his number 4 ride out there as well in that Cocky Floyd Consulting number 4 machine. A lot of fast drivers. You see Jordan LaFawn out there in his House of Speed 105 ride. It's the Hobbs chassis. 105 currently in the 25th position here for qualifying. We see Grady Ehrman in the 43 ride and Joshua Ely in the 09 in the Papa Mike Promotions. 09 Laser Engraving, Milner Media Designs, Raggedy Ranch number 09 ride out there as well. Looking like 36 drivers locked and loaded, ready to go here in this one. Brycey Bear, Bryce Dickinson coming in with that heart reaction. Justin Hopkins coming in with that heart reaction as well. My boy Clifford Bellamy coming in, dropping that thumbs up as well. Ty said, had to restart my PC, wheel quit working. Oh no! Yeah, you need one of those. You need a wheel, unfortunately, Ty. Unfortunately, you need a wheel, and I don't know if you have another lap left in the tank or not, or if you're going to be able to get back in here in time to get a lap in, but currently in that 36th position on the racetrack. That's a tough way to go, starting at the very rear of the field here. Someone's got to be there, though. Someone's got to be there. That's the thing. There's always so many great, fast, talented drivers, but there's always got to be the slowest car of the bunch. And unfortunately, right now, Ty Dickinson, Steve Robbins, William Hargraves, Joey Brewer, Matt Fletch will bring up the final 5 drivers here in this qualifying session as Jamie Massey with the quick time here in this one. Kyle Jarrett, T-Jack, Tyler Jackson, Billy Northcutt, and Brett Beavers round out our top 5 here in this one. Jordan LaFawn says, I'm selling my shit, laugh out loud. I'm selling my shit. I feel you some days. I feel you some days. Let's go, Rodfather. Let's go, Mitch Maynard coming in, showing the love here in this one as well. Ty says, no, sir, not enough time. If it doesn't work, I'll pull off. Happy to be last. Happy to be last, he says. You never want to be last. You never want to be last. Bringing in that love, Aaron. Let's go, Mitch. I love that. I love that. Love the love up in the chat. Mitch coming in with that heart reaction. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the stream. Hit that share button. Hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we're going to get ready to rock and roll. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing here in heat race number 1. We're going to hit another little refresh here on Trading Paints. Grady Ehrman's car is definitely not that plain. You know, he's definitely got a pretty slick-looking ride, so we want to make sure we showcase all these drivers and all their beautiful-looking rides here. As Trading Paints will get a quick little reload, and we'll get ready to rock and roll. We'll get ready to set these drivers loose. Woo! Oh, this is going to be good, chat. This is going to be good. And starting on the pole, this paint scheme kind of loads in here. There we go. You see that NLR House of Speed number 19 machine. That is Jamie Massey starting in position number 1. To his outside in the 52 ride, it is the Dirt Panda Vivs Liquor number 52 of Billy Northcutt. They're in position number 3 in the Papa Mike Promotions Milner Media Design 09 Laser Engraving 09 ride. That is Joshua Ely. And to his outside in the Dark Side Racing number 43, that is Grady Ehrman. Starting in position number 5 in the 21C, that is the NLR House of Speed machine of Charles Barnes. And to his outside in the Speed Ranch Dirty South Speed Shop number 5H, that is Chris Hill. Starting in position number 7 on the racetrack in the inside of row at number 4, it is the 727 ride, the Race on Texas machine of Zachary J. Clark. And to his outside in the 37, that is James Beavers. Starting in position number 9 in the 24 ride is the Speed Ranch 5.6 Graphics Quill Performance Racing ride, that is John Quill Jr. And to his outside in the DWR iRacing iFlag number 71, that is Dan Stifler. Then you see the Mud Duck Racing number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Into his outside in the Malum Electric number 71H, that is William Hargraves. As we're going to go green flag racing here at the beautiful Lucas Oil Speedway. Quickly, Jamie Massey out in front down through quarter number 1 and 2. He's going to clear that 52 ride for the top spot here as he leads us down into quarter number 3 and out of corner number 4 for the first time here this evening. Jamie Massey is going to lead the first lap as we're going to see our first caution flag here fly, as well as it looks like Chris Hill having some issues in the 5H ride. As we'll take a look back and see what happens here to this 5H machine and see what happens to the Cocky Floyd Consulting Dirty South Speed Shop Speed Ranch number 5. Rolling right in the 6th position, beating banging back there behind him. Looks like Zachary J. Clark just going to get in there a little bit too deep. Going to give him a little love tap there into that left or rear quarter panel. And unfortunately there for Chris Hill, he's going to go around, and that is going to bring our first caution flag out here on the evening, as we'll jump right on board here with this 5H ride and see what he sees as he's trying to work himself through the middle here a little bit between Grady Ehrman and that 21C of Charles Barnes, and fortunately just cruising through the center of the corner, and that little love tap, he's going to go around, pointed the wrong direction. Luckily enough, everyone else is able to avoid him and not too much damage, as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here at Lucas Oil. Out in front, it's Jamie Massey, as Massey continuing to lead the way here. Massey out in front here, showing these drivers how to get it done. Susie and her favorites. Susie's got a lot of favorites out there, okay? She cheers everybody on. I don't think there's a driver out there that Mama Bear doesn't cheer on, okay? She wants to see everyone do good. She can't help herself. She can't help herself, Ty, okay? Don't blame it on her. She just likes everybody, okay? She's a very likable person. Everyone likes her, you know, and she likes everybody else. It is what it is. Cody Ernest, Casey Childers coming in with the shares on the stream. Two Fat Guys Sim Racing. Casey, Sabrina Childers coming in and dropping those heart reactions. Papa Mike in the house, as well as we see that green flag fly here once again for heat race number 1. Jamie Massey out in front. Joshua Ely now up into position number 2, as it's looking to be a house of speed. 1, 2, 3 here, as now you see the 21C of Charles Barnes right there knocking on the doorstep here of that 52 ride of Billy Northcutt. Northcutt trying to hang on to it, as only 2 drivers will transfer through into the A main feature event here through these heat races. So you want to be one of those top 2 drivers. And right now, Charles Barnes, a man on a mission, trying to work himself up through the field here into that 2nd spot, as 52 gets in there a little deep, almost gets into the back end of that 09 ride of Joshua Ely, as Jamie Massey continuing to pull away more and more and more here in heat race number 1. Jamie Massey out in front, but here comes a big run right there out of that 21C ride of Charles Barnes, as Barnes working that bottom lane here to absolute perfection, as he looks to go door to door with that 09 ride down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. See, looks like corner 3 and 4 is a little bit better there for Ely. Ely gets a better drive off of corner number 4, but down here through corner 1 and 2, Charles Barnes has found something, and he's getting some good runs there, but fortunately not that time, as the 09 ride's able to clear him. Stays up there on the high side, though, through corner number 3 and 4, and he's going to hold on to that 2nd and final transfer spot into this A main feature event, is now Barnes having to play a little bit of defense. Here's the 52 ride of Billy Northcutt looking to his outside. Grady Ehrman right there as well, ready to pounce. Here comes Zachary J. Clark and William Hargraves into the picture, as Hargraves started back there in the 12th position. He's up 5 spots into that 7th spot on the racetrack, and he's already looking underneath that 727 ride of Zach Clark here for position number 6 on the racetrack. Out in front, it is Jamie Massey continuing to lead the way. Joshua Ely there in position number 2. Charles Barnes and Billy Northcutt still battling door to door here for that 3rd and 4th position. Unfortunately, that's still on the outside of a transfer spot looking in. Grady Ehrman back there in 5th. Zach J. Clark there in 6th. William Hargraves, John Quill Jr., Dan Stifler, Caleb Ramsey, James Stockton, and Chris Hill bringing up the rear of the field as the white flag has been displayed. So one more time around here for Jamie Massey as he leads us down the backstretch, down into corner number 3. Nice and easy with a 1.2 second lead here at a corner number 4. It's Jamie Massey who's going to pick up heat race win number 1. Joshua Ely right there in position number 2 as he's the 2nd and final driver to punch his ticket into the A main feature event. Everybody else is going to be going to the consolation races. First time catching you, sir, since the root canal. Everything heal up? Hey, yeah, everything's healed up pretty good so far. You know, nothing's gone wrong or anything else with the incision or anything else, or where they had to take the tooth out. So everything's been pretty good, John. Luckily enough, everything's pretty good. Tara Lee, Fry, Gearhart, cheered on Cody Ernest as well up here in the chat. My boy Jim Revis coming in, dropping that thumbs up as well. Brian Taft with the like and the share. Cody Ernest coming in with that heart reaction. John Lacito coming in with that thumbs up as well. Richard Ramsey with that like on the stream as Papa Mike with the like and the share. How are you, Papa Mike? Michael Dickinson coming in, showing the love. Mitch Maynard with that heart reaction. If you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit that share button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube, as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 is going to line up like this. On the pole in the 45 ride, that is Kyle Jarrett. Into his outside in the 27, that is Brett Beavers. Down in position number 3 in the 57 is the iRacing I-Flag DWR ride of Jim Revis. To his outside, his teammate in the 10, that is Lon Franks. Starting in position number 5 is the 88 of Cody Ernest. And to his outside in the 83, that is Brian Taft. Starting in position number 7, it is the 98 of Wade Burris. He's got Bryce Dickinson right there to his outside. And then you see Chad Puderbo, the 8 ride of Jeremy Vaughn, Matt Fletchel, and Steve Robbins rounding out the field. As quickly, we are green flag racing here, and Kyle Jarrett looking to try to run away with this one, as the 45J ride out in front has Brett Beavers right there on his back bumper. Brett Beavers looking for a way to jump up and take this lead away, as we see Jeremy Vaughn get up into the outside wall there. No caution flag. We're going to keep on rocking and rolling here, but a tough break there for Jeremy Vaughn. That's going to put him way behind the 8 ball here in this one. Brett Beavers, though, right on the game here is the Beavers Body Shop 27 ride. They're in second, trying to keep a good distance between himself and the always dangerous Jim Revis, as the JRE DWR 57 ride right there in position number 3. Cody Ernest there in position number 4 and looking for more here as he's working underneath that 57 ride, trying to keep that 88 pinned right down into those infield tractor tires. It's a dangerous spot to be, though, down the racetrack, and you can get freight trained up on the high side in a quick hurry. The 10 along Franks trying to find something up there in that middle groove to pull alongside the 88 and work himself around him. Here comes the 83 as well as Brian Taft right there in position number 6, and Bryce Dickinson there in 7 trying to find himself a way up towards the front of the field, as we see a lot of these drivers yesterday in the BLR Gobbler 100 in Server 1 and Server 2. A lot of these drivers doing a very good job. We saw a bunch of them work themselves into the show here already, and some of them with an opportunity in the last chance qualifier. When you look through the field, you see Kyle Jarrett out there. He was in a transfer spot into the A main feature event here for the Gobbler 100 tomorrow night, where we will be up in the broadcast booth putting on that show. Fortunately for Kyle Jarrett, a late race caution flag. He got tied up in some aftermath of that caution and got tied up, turned around, and unfortunately had to go to the rear of the field here, never could recover. So we'll see him in the last chance dance tomorrow night, as Brett Beavers right there behind him in position number 2. Jim Revis and Lon Franks back there in 3rd and 4th, as Cody Ernest trying to jump back into that 4th position here underneath of that 10 ride. Bryce Dickinson showed a lot of speed yesterday, as he's now worked himself around Brian Taft and up into position number 6. Unfortunately, these not very good qualifying efforts coming up and hurting a lot of these drivers, as it's very tough to work yourself through the field here. Not a lot of drivers are going to let you go by very easily. See Matt Fletchel in the 26 ride. He's found himself a way up into position number 8, up 3 positions on the racetrack. Steve Robbins in the Cub Cadet DeWalt number 73 ride. He's up 3 spots into 9th here. As the white flag has been displayed. So one more time around for Kyle Jarrett. Jarrett looking to cruise away with heat race win number 2, as Brett Beavers in tow. Jim Revis taking a look underneath of him, as out in front, it's Kyle Jarrett who's going to pick up heat race win number 2, and Brett Beavers there in that 2nd spot. He's going to be the 2nd driver to punch his ticket into this A main feature event, as only the top 2 transfer on. Everybody else goes to the consolation races. So we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. Tara Lee, Fry, Gearhart coming in with that heart reaction. Just Viv coming in, dropping that like on the stream. Adam Fleeler, my boy Adam, coming in, dropping that thumbs up as well. How are you, Fleeler? Coming in, showing the love here in this one, as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 is going to line up like this. Starting on the pole, we'll get another little refresh here on Trading Paints, because apparently Trading Paints is having a rough go here this evening. Oh my gosh. It's the most I've ever had to refresh paint schemes on trading paints. This is absolutely insane. It's absolutely ludicrous. We'll get these drivers with their paint schemes loaded in here and ready to rock and roll. Starting on the pole in the 822, that is T-Jack Tyler Jackson to his outside in the 55 ride. It's the House of Speed NLR ride of Cody Myers. Starting in position number 3 in the 33, that is Dustin Hennigan, into his outside in the DWR 720, that is Jackie Whaley. Starting in position number 5 in the 0B, that is the 0B machine of Bradley Means, and his outside the Speed Ranch Quill Racing 5.6 graphics ride, that is Matt Taylor. Starting in position number 7 in the 57 ride, it's the DWR SlingingDirt.com machine, that is the 57 of Jeremy Akins, into his outside. In the 99 ride, that's the TNT Racing ride, that's Tim, the Toolman Taylor. Starting in position number 9, that is the 105 of Jordan LaFawn, into his outside in the 67 ride, that is Ty Dickinson. And there in the 44, that's Joey Brewer, bringing up the rear of the field. That's Seth Castle. Unfortunately, missed the start of this one. As quickly, T-Jack out in front, but some contact here as Cody Myers going to go around. He's parked up on top of one of these implement tires. Unfortunately, no caution flag as of yet, as Cody Myers parked down here in corner number 1 and 2, and there's the caution flag. T-Jack will lead lap number 1 here. He's going to roll around that 55 ride. Unfortunately, hung up there. He's going to probably have to tow that ride down pit side. Unfortunately, that's where he's going to end up in a tough break there. Some heavy damage for Jordan LaFawn, as we'll take a look back and see what happens here to Cody Myers on the start of this heat race. He's got a 720 of Jackie Whaley all over him. Jackie's going to take a look underneath here as it's like just everyone's so tight together, and unfortunately, Jackie Whaley getting a piece of that 55 ride. Going to spin him around. Then you see Jordan LaFawn trying to avoid the spun out 55 ride, trying to cut down the racetrack here, and unfortunately, him and Tim Taylor just kind of meet together and kind of get glued together here just ever so slightly as gets shoved into it and cuts down the racetrack. Here comes Timmy right there. They're going to body slam a little bit, and then just kind of tied in together here as that 105 ride just trying to hang on here after getting that contact with Tim Taylor. Tim Taylor going to give a good hit right there to the 55 ride of Cody Myers to plant him up on top of that infield tractor tire. It's some pretty heavy damage there for a few of our competitors as we'll get them tied up, stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. James Beavers coming in with that like on the stream. Pete Fitzsimmons, Kevin Taylor coming in, dropping those thumbs up as well. Mama Bear with the let's go for Cody Myers, and for Bradley Means. Ty says no force feedback still. No force feedback still for the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson. That is going to be treacherous. We'll have to keep an eye out on that 67 ride to see how he can do here with no force feedback, as that's going to make it very, very difficult for that 67 ride all evening long. As out in front, it's T-Jack Tyler Jackson continuing to lead the way. Here comes Dustin Hennigan right there into position number 2. Bradley Means there in third with Matt Taylor up into position number 4, and looking for more is Jordan LaFawn working that inside lane here. LaFawn trying to work himself up inside the top 5 now in that 105 machine. See, he's going to roll that bottom side. Aikens way up the racetrack there at a corner number 2. That's going to allow the 105 to clear the 57 as we get a battle here at the front of the field. T-Jack with a big run, though, up there on the high side of the racetrack is going to stay in front of the 33 of Dustin Hennigan, as Hennigan knows that he's on the hot seat here. He's got a lot of hungry drivers right there behind him looking for a way to jump up, make the move, and get around that 822 machine. Hennigan trying to hang on to position number 2 as here you see the Cocky Floyd Consulting 0B ride of Bradley Means right there in position number 3. He's on the outside looking in, knows he needs to pick up one more spot to work himself into the show, as Matt Taylor now has a little bit of competition here to his inside as the House of Speed 105 ride of Jordan LaFawn right there to his inside as they're going to go door to door here for position number 4 on the racetrack. Jeremy Akins trying to stick right there with them as that high side groove starting to fade away a little bit more and a little bit more. That bottom side starting to become predominantly the best line on the racetrack, and some of these drivers definitely finding a great groove down there as Ty Dickinson, even with no force feedbacks, found himself a way up into position number 7. Tim Taylor right there Trying to take a look underneath of one with the 720 ride of Jackie Whaley to Tim's outside. And there you see the 44 ride of Joey Brewer bringing up the rear of the field in position number 10. But it's all T-Jack Tyler Jackson here out in front. T-Jack continuing to lead the way is the 33 of Dustin Hennigan right there in position number 2. Bradley Means in third. Knows he needs to pick up one more spot to work himself into this A main feature event. And here comes Jordan LaFawn. LaFawn right there now into position number 4 as he clears that 15 of Matt Taylor. Taylor going to try the high side here at a corner number 2. Nothing biting though as LaFawn going to clear him easily and open up a couple car length lead as he's going to go after that 0B of Bradley Means for position number 3 as the white flag has been displayed here. So one more time around for T-Jack Tyler Jackson. Out in front, looking to pick up heat race win number 3. Dustin Hennigan right there in position number 2 is nice and easy. Down out of corner number 4, it's T-Jack picking up heat race win number 3 here on the evening. The 33 of Dustin Hennigan going to come home there in position number 2 in that second and final transfer spot. Hey, from upstate New York, had to get back to put my yearly kart race on Friday at Syracuse Indoor. Oh my gosh, an indoor kart race, like go-karts or like shopping carts. What kind of carts are we talking about here, Rich? I wish, brother. Karts aren't that big up here in Ontario, unfortunately. You know, I'm only a couple hours away from that, but it's like, I don't know, karts are never been really huge up here in Canada, unfortunately. Yo, Jonathan Osborne coming in, dropping that like on the stream. Lane Phillips with that heart reaction. Luann Gottschalk, hopefully I'm saying that right, Luann, coming in with that heart reaction as well. DJ Ingram coming in with that like on the stream. My boy Rich Bertot dropping that thumbs up and the share as well. Brett Beavers coming in with that like on the stream. Taylor Boza, hopefully I'm saying that one right as well. Taylor coming in, dropping that thumbs up. Evan Channel coming in, dropping that thumbs up as well. Go-karts, 24th straight year. That's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane, Rich. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that's pretty crazy. As we'll get ready here for our first consolation race of the evening. I'm not sure if we have two. We do have two. So top 10 will advance to the feature here at both of these consolation races. Is starting on the pole here in Consi number 1. That is Charles Barnes in the 21C machine. To his outside in the 0B, that is Bradley Means. Starting in position number 3, that is the 10 ride of Lon Franks. And to his outside in the 43, that is Grady Ehrman. Starting in position number 5 in the 15 ride, that is Matt Taylor. And to his outside in the 88, that is Cody Ernest. Down in position number 7 in the 71, that is William Hargraves. To his outside in the 67, that is Ty Dickinson. Then you see Matt Fletchell, Caleb Ramsey, Wade Burris, Jackie Whaley, Cody Myers, James Beavers, and Jeremy Vaughn bringing up the rear of the field here. 10 drivers will advance to the A main feature event. Unfortunately, 5 drivers will be loading up their rides and going home early. Is out in front, Charles Barnes down through corner number 3 and out at corner number 4. He's going to lead lap number 1 here of our C main consolation race. Is our C main underway? Lon Franks trying to duke it out here for position number 2 as he's got Bradley Means down to his inside and Grady Ehrman trying to take a look to his outside here. Matt Taylor in the Quill Racing number 15 ride right there in position number 5 has the TNT Racing 88 and Cody Ernest right there in that 6th position trying to work to his outside as here comes the 71H of William Hargraves. Hargraves almost getting into the back end of that 15 ride, then almost got into the infield tractor tire. Really had to get bent out of shape, but unfortunately, he's going to still slide back quite a ways here, and he's got a lot of pressure now as Ty Dickinson up to his outside. Matt Fletchell right there on his back bumper. Caleb Ramsey on the hot seat here. He's in that 10th and final transfer spot as Jackie Whaley. Jeremy Vaughn on the outside looking in here. Wade Burris right there in position number 13 with Cody Myers and James Beavers rounding out the field here as Beavers a little slower here on the racetrack, trying to get that 37 ride back under control here, back in position number 15. But out in front, one driver that has full control here of this race. It is the 21C of Charles Barnes. Barnes continuing to lead the way here in this one. Charles Barnes out in front, showing them how to get it done here in that 21C machine. Man, he's been fast here all evening long, and here he is showing it in this C-Main consolation race. So we're going to get our first caution flag here of this C-Main. We'll take a look back and see what happens as Jackie Whaley battling underneath the 13 ride of Caleb Ramsey for position number 10 on the racetrack. Looks like he's going to send it in here and just... Oh, he's going to get tagged right there by Jeremy Vaughn into the infield tractor tire. Nowhere to go for Cody Myers. Nowhere to go there for Wade Burris, as they're both going to drive right into that as well. And a tough break there for a lot of fast cars. Just a little bit deeper in the field here. And some pretty heavy damage, but that's going to stack them up, rack them up, and back to green flag racing here. Just a few more moments. So we'll take a look right on board here with Cody Myers, as Myers trying to avoid it. Fortunately, 720 jumping back out into the middle of the racetrack right in front of the 55 ride and the 98. Nowhere for those two to go as they get, unfortunately, some pretty good damage there out of that one. Fastest go-kart track in New York. You come on down Friday, Saturday. I'll have a pair of passes at the door for you. Brother, I wish. I don't have a, what you want to call it, a passport right now, so I can't go across, unfortunately. I should get on top of that. I should get that passport redone. Coke syrup, a little Coke syrup. Oh, gosh. Definitely, if there's any maple syrup there, you know, that would definitely entice me to get down there. That's for certain. Maple syrup will definitely draw me in. So we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. Look at these drivers lined up, stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing as 21C at Charles Barnes out in front is going to see that green flag fly here once again in our C-Main consolation race. Lon Franks right there on his back bumper as here comes the 0B of Bradley Means. They're going to go 3, almost 4 wide here out of corner number 2 as Bradley Means trying to hang on to position number 2. Lon Franks sliding back here as he's kind of stuck in the middle. Is everyone right there ready to pounce, ready to work themselves to the front of the field, and quickly Bradley Means up into position number 2. Grady Ehrman working that outside lane there in position number 3 as the caution flag is going to fly here once again. The caution flag going to come back out as it looks like William Hargraves having some issues here in the 71H ride. He was inside of a transfer spot just on the outside of the top 5 here. So he's going to get into the back end of the 88 ride. And then he has Ty Dickinson right there behind him down into corner number 1. And looks like Ty's just going to get in there a little bit too deep. Gets a piece of the 71 ride, gets him bent out of shape, and he's going to collect another infield tractor tire. This is... unfortunately, been a rough go here for the 71 ride of William Hargraves. Just a couple times he's gotten into these infield tractor tires, and unfortunately, he's kind of been glued to them. He's been attracting these infield tractor tires. Unfortunately, they don't move, but he does, and he keeps on finding them out there on the racetrack as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. We put Coke syrup down on the track so it's sticky carts. Got so much grip. They are on 2 wheels in the turns. Oh, gosh, that's insane. Yeah, I've definitely seen that before where they've sprayed down Coca-Cola and everything else onto the asphalt or pavement or whatever it is you race on, and it's so adhesive. They even do that in NASCAR, too. They put Coca-Cola down the pit boxes so that they get more traction when they slide into the pit box or when they're leaving the pit box. It gives them that little bit of extra rear grip with all the Coca-Cola that they spray onto it. So definitely some very good engineering there with that one. Jeremy Aikens coming in, dropping the thumbs up on the stream. My boy Justin Franks coming in, dropping the thumbs up as well as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. Charles Barnes out in front here as Barnes leads the way. The 43 of Bradley Means there in second. Then you see Grady Ehrman right there in position number 3 as the green flag back out into the air. We're looking for our top 10 here in this consolation race to punch their ticket into the A main feature event. So the top 10 will work themselves into the show. The rest will unfortunately have to go home. It's Bradley Means there in third. Lon Franks right there in fourth. Matt Taylor hanging on here right now for position number 5 on the racetrack, but he's got Cody Ernest looking to his inside. Caleb Ramsey there is the 98 of Wade Burris is going to go around, and the caution flag is going to come back out. Wade Burris unfortunately getting some help here in the WB Creative Designs ride. Gonna go for a spill here in corner 1 and 2 as these drivers not giving an inch. They're not gonna be letting off the throttle, and they're gonna give you a bump if they need to. And unfortunately, this racetrack's starting to get very, very slick any type of little bump here as he just slides up in front of the 55 right of Cody Myers. Really nowhere to go there for Myers as 98 rides rear end, slides up in front of him, gives him a little up tap there into the back bumper, and unfortunately the 98 ride's going to go around, and the caution flag is going to fly. So we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing here once again as the green flag. Fortunately, we've only seen, a few good green flag laps here strung together. We've seen quite a few caution flags in this consolation race. Everyone giving everything they can, everything they got to be able to work themselves into the show here. But these laps are counting down in a quick hurry as we go back to green flag racing. We're going to have 5 more laps left to go, and no one's been better than the House of Speed. Number 21C, the Cody Williams design. Number 21C, Charles Barnes. Barnes has been out in front this entire time here in that 21C machine, and he's been very, very fast, very good here all evening long as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing as the Pace truck makes the hard right-hand turn back down pit side here at the beautiful Lucas Oil Speedway. So we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Charles Barnes out in front, nice and easy down through corner number 4. Is going to see the green flag fly here once again, and we're going to set him loose here in this one as quickly. Barnes up to the high side of the racetrack here. I figured he would have stayed right down on the bottom side, but he's going to jump up to the high side lane here and look to try to run away with this consolation race. You see the 43 rider Grady Ehrman right there in position number 2. Bradley Means working to his inside, but that high side starting to come in very nicely now as everyone's starting to run a little bit more of a slide job lane, not really running right against those infield tractor tires as Lon Franks there in position number 4. Cody Ernest and Matt Taylor continue to duke it out door to door, and so isn't Matt Fletchel and Caleb Ramsey as they've been door to door here all evening long. And here comes Jeremy Vaughn and Cody Myers as they both work themselves up inside the top 10. They have 2 very fast drivers right there behind him as Jeremy Vaughn, unfortunately, he's on that hot seat here. He's on the final transfer spot into this A main feature event. He's got Ty Dickinson, William Hargraves, Jackie Whaley, Wade Burris, and James Beavers right there behind him. And I know any one of those drivers would love to try to punch their ticket into this A main feature event. Things are about to get wild here as out in front, Charles Barnes is going to click off another lap here, and the white flag has been displayed. So one more time around here for the 21C and the rest of the field. Top 10 will advance to the A main feature event. Everybody else will unfortunately be headed home as Charles Barnes down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. Barnes is going to pick up our consolation race win in the battle down at the line. Looks like Ty Dickinson in position number 10 here. Barnes means 1 and 2, but Ty Dickinson jumping up and grabbing that 10th and final transfer spot as we'll take a look here at our C main consolation results. Hopefully SDK decides that it wants to work with us here all evening. We'll take another look at the overlay here. And take a look at our top 10 here in this one. Unfortunately, it doesn't even want to show us the top 10. What in the world is going on here? Show me the top 10 of the C main right now. This dang thing, bro. There we go. Alrighty, as you take a look right there, out in front, winning our C main consolation race, that was Charles Barnes. There in position number 2 is Bradley Means and Grady Ehrman, Lon Franks, Cody Ernest, Matt Taylor, Matt Fletchel, Cody Myers, Caleb Ramsey, and Ty Dickinson picking up the final transfer spot into this A main feature event. That means William Hargraves, Jeremy Vaughn, Jackie Whaley, Wade Burris, and James Beavers will all unfortunately be loading up their rides onto the trailer and headed home early here in this one as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go. Our B main consolation race up next. Starting on the pole in the number 57 ride, it's the DWR iRacing iFlag machine of Jim Revis. The hits outside of the Float Sports. Vibs Liquor, number 52, is the Joyride Design ride of Billy Northcutt. Then you see the 105 of Jordan LaFawn there in third. Bryce Dickinson in the Pop of Mike Promotions. House of Speed, number 84 ride there in fourth. Zachary J. Clark in position number 5. Jeremy Akins, Jonquil Jr., Brian Taft, Steve Robbins, Tim Taylor, Dan Stifler, Joey Brewer, Chris Hill, Chad Puderbo, and Seth Castle. Unfortunately missed the call here. Castle out there in that 15th position. Unfortunately for Seth, not making it out here for this one either. A tough break there for that number 4 ride. But out in front, it's Jim Revis down through quarter number 4 here. He's going to lead lap number 1 as it's a dogfight right there behind him. Door to door, the 105 of Jordan LaFont on the bottom side. The 52 of Billy Northcutt trying to work the middle here, but Bryce Dickinson right on his back bumper. He's going to try to take a look to the extreme high side here. Northcutt's going to slide up and take that lane away from him. Northcutt trying to hold him off is a good run down the bottom side at a quarter number 4 here for the 105 ride of Jordan LaFont. LaFont going to pull up door to door, tire to tire into corner number 3 and 4 as he's looking to try to jump up and take this race lead away from Jim Revis. Revis and Mr. LaFont door to door here as Jim was able to get the edge there right at the line, but Jordan LaFont doing a great job working this bottom lane. You see Billy Northcutt now jumping down to the bottom side, trying to follow right in the tire tracks here of this 105 machine, even getting closer to those implement tires. It's Bryce Dickinson back there in position number 4 and looking for more as we get a new race leader here at Lucas Oil Speedway in our B-Main Consolation race. Jordan LaFont out in front as Jim Revis trying to hang on here to his outside. There you see Bryce Dickinson trying to work that extreme high side, still trying to get these big runs. He's going to pull door to door here with the 52 ride of Billy Northcutt for position number 3 as the caution flag is going to fly. Caution flag is going to come out here as the 73. That Cup Cadet DeWalt 73 is Steve Robbins going to have some issues here. We'll take a look and see what happens here to the 73 machine. It's headed down into corner number 3, and looks like he might get some help here as the 20 ride of Chad Puderbo is going to get a little piece of his back bumper. Unfortunately, lift those rear tires up. That's going to spin the 73 ride around and fortunately stop there on the bottom of the racetrack quickly. The admin's going to throw the caution flag, get everyone stacked back up, racked back up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. And a tough break there for the 73 ride as that's going to put him at the rear of the field, but could be a blessing in disguise as he was already pretty far back there. Him and Chad Puderbo, unfortunately, back in the 13th and 14th position. They're going to basically stay right in the same spots there that they got into each other before that one. Do the top 10 move on out of this one too? Yes, the top 10 out of this one also advance into the A-Main feature event. So we're going to start 26 cars here this evening that are going to start the A-Main feature event. 2 drivers from each of the heat races. We had 3 heat races. 6 drivers already punched their ticket through that one. We had 10 drivers in the C-Main work themselves into the show. We're going to have 10 more drivers here in this B-Main work themselves into this A-Main feature event as well. So we got them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. It's the 105 of Jordan LaFont out in front. Jim Revis there in position number 2. Bryce Dickinson to his outside there in third as you see Zachary J. Clark, Billy Northcutt bringing up row number 3. Brian Taft, Jeremy Akins there in row number 4. Jonquil Jr., Tim Taylor there in 8th and 9th, and Joey Brewer in that 10th and final transfer spot has the 71 of Dan Stifler right there to his inside as we are back to green flag racing quickly. Jordan LaFont onto the lap pedal here, trying to rock and roll, trying to work himself away from the rest of the field here with a perfect restart. Open up a couple car length lead down through quarter number 3 and 4 here. So he's going to click off another lap. Jim Revis right there trying to hang on to second as here comes Bryce Dickinson. Bryce working himself to the outside of that 57 ride in that outside lane to really come in well here for that 84 machine. The 52 of Billy Northcutt still door-to-door with the race on Texas 727 ride of Zachary J. Clark as Clark there in position number 5. Brian Taft there in position number 6. Jeremy Akins there in 7th. A little bit of contact as unfortunately Tim the two-man Taylor is going to get a piece of him there. Loses a lot of momentum but able to hold on to the 9th position. As that 24 ride of Jonquil Jr. going to work to his outside and take position number 8 away from Tim Taylor as Right there behind him, the battle for that final transfer spot. Dan Stifler down low on the bottom side. The 44 rider Joey Brewer right there in the mix here. And here comes Chris Hill as well, trying to get that Speed Ranch 5H ride into the show. Chad Puderbo, Steve Robbins bringing up the rear of the field. That's unfortunately Seth Castle never joined the pack here as the battle for the 10th and final transfer spot continues to rage on. Door to door, Joey Brewer and Dan Stifler duking it out here for that final transfer position into this A main feature event as the laps continue to click down. 4 more laps left to go here. Jordan LaFawn out in front, continuing to show these drivers how to get it done here as he's opened up about a 0.6 of a second lead now over Bryce Dickinson, as Bryce Dickinson solidly there in second. Jim Revis going to slide back to third here, but still in a transfer spot, so feeling good out there on the racetrack. So isn't Billy Northcutt and Zachary J. Clark inside the top 5. Brian Taft there in 6th as Jeremy Akins in 7th. You see John Quill Jr. there in 8th. Tim Taylor in the 99 ride, the TNT Racing Machine in position number 9, and then Joey Brewer in that white and red number 44 in the 71 ride of Dan Stifler. Door to door still for that 10th and final transfer spot. Any mistakes here out of these drivers, you can throw a blanket over top of 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th here on the racetrack. As Dan Stifler trying to work himself into that 10th and final spot, maybe trying to get up a little bit further and give himself some breathing room as the white flag has been displayed. So one more time around here for these guys. One more time down the backstretch into corner number 3 is door to door. Dan Stifler and Joey Brewer go door to door down into corner number 3 and down to corner number 4. They're going to drag race back to the start finish line, and it looks like Dan Stifler is going to pick up that 10th and final transfer spot, but it's all Jordan LaFawn here in this one as LaFawn's going to pick up B main consolation race win. As we'll take a look here at our final standings here for that B main. We'll take a quick look here and see how they finished off here in this one. So Jordan LaFawn picking up the checkered flag here in our B main consolation race. Bryce Dickinson, Jim Revis, Billy Northcutt, Zachary J. Clark, Brian Taft, Jeremy Akins, John Quill Jr., Tim Taylor, and Dan Stifler picking up that 10th and final transfer spot into this A main feature event. That means, unfortunately, Joey Brewer, Chad Puderbo, Chris Hill, Steve Robbins, and Seth Castle will all unfortunately miss this A main feature event. Everybody else, though, is going to be into this A main here as we're going to get these drivers out onto the racetrack here for a quick warm-up session. They're going to make sure their cars are ready to rock and roll. They're going to make sure that they're ready to go here for this A main feature event. We're going to be right back. We're going to get a drink into us, and we're going to get primed and ready here for this A main feature event. Woo! What a race, what a show here so far in this one. These guys have been putting on a great battle here all around the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have enjoyed the racing action so far, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our A-Main feature event in just a few more moments. Don't go anywhere as we're going to get ready to rock and roll.
Baby, are you down for real? I get worried when I'm not with you. Go and tell me how you feel. Is it reciprocated when I miss you? Baby, are you down for real? Or is it just talk? I can't tell. Say you love me, but you shut me out. Can't help but wonder if there's someone else. I want confirmation, baby. I'm insecure and I'm crazy when we together in person. It's picture perfect, but lately I find it harder to feel you. Find it harder to get near you through my phone screen. The disconnect is making me fear you. Can you tell that it's different? That it's something missing. Even when we're kissing, it feels like you're distant. I'm sick and tired of asking you to listen. It takes two to tango. Are you willing to fix this? Cause I'm down if you're down. 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 Baby, are you down for real? I get worried when I'm not with you. Go and tell me how you feel. Is it reciprocated when I miss you? Baby, are you down for real? Or is it just talk? I can't tell. Say you love me, but you shut me out. Can't help but wonder if there's someone else. I've been waiting on you, banking on you, baby. Hating that you thinking that I'm changing. Fuck all of the games that you've been playing. Fuck all those facades that been there first, and I've been on the other side. Guess I get what I deserve, yeah. Cause I'm down if you're down. 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 Baby, are you down for real? I get worried when I'm not with you. Go and tell me how you feel. Is it reciprocated when I miss you? Baby, are you down for real? Or is it just talk? I can't tell. Say you love me, but you shut me out. Can't help but wonder if there's someone else.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get ready to rock and roll here in just a few more moments as these drivers primed and ready to rock and roll here, ready to go to battle in this one. These cars ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle. Peter Neuter coming in says, boo, Jamie Massey, boo, Jamie, boo, Jamie. Jamie looking good here in this one. A lot of very, very fast cars, a lot of great drivers ready to rock and roll here. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing in just a few more moments. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the checker flag coming out here on this practice session. That means we're going to have them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here for our A-Main feature event. Our A-Main about to get underway here from the beautiful Lucas Oil Speedway. As these drivers locked and loaded, ready to go. My boy Racing Jason Fontaine coming in, showing the love. What's good, Racing Jason? How are you? Coming in, so mashing that thumbs up. Steven, my boy, our friend from West Aussie coming in, showing the love with that heart reaction. What is good, Steven? How are you, my boy? How you doing? Coming in, showing the love here in this one. Ty Dickinson dropping that heart reaction. Justin Ward with the heart reaction. Amanda Means coming in, dropping that like on the stream as well. How are you, Amanda? Ty, Justin, how are you guys doing here this evening as we're going to get ready to rock and roll? We're going to get ready here for our A-Main feature event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our Wednesday night street fight back in action is starting on the pole of this one. In the number 19 machine, it's the House of Speed NLR ride of Jamie Massey. To his outside in the 45J, it's the Speed Ranch Demon, or the Speed Ranch Dirty South Speed Shop. Hockey Floyd Consulting, number 45J, that is Kyle Jarrett. Starting in position number 3 in the 822, that's T-Jack Tyler Jackson in the Majula Safe Speed Shop ride into his outside. In the 09 Laser Engraving, Papa Mike Promotions, Milner Median Designs, number 09, that is Joshua Ely. Starting in position number 5 in the Beavers Auto Body, number 27 ride, that is Brett Beavers into his outside. In the 33 ride, that is Dustin Hennigan. Starting in position number 7 in the NLR House of Speed Papa Mike Promotions ride, that is the 21 Cia Charles Barnes into his outside. In the 105 is the House of Speed ride of Jordan LaFawn. Starting in position number 9 in the 0B, it's the Dark Side Racing Hockey Floyd Consulting ride of Bradley Means into his outside. In the DWR JRE iRacing iFlag ride, that is Jim Revis. Bringing up row number 6 here in position number 11. It is the number 43 of Grady Urban, Billy Northcutt to his outside. Lon Frank, Zachary J. Clark, Cody Ernest, Brian Taft, Matt Taylor, Jeremy Akins, Matt Fletchell, John Quill Jr., Cody Myers, Caleb Ramsey, Tim Taylor, Ty Dickinson, Dan Stifler, and Bryce Dickinson bringing up the rear of the field as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. As quickly we are green flag racing here at the beautiful Lucas Oil Speedway, and it's Jamie Massey out in front here. He's going to lead lap number 1. So lap number 1 in the record books. Here is Jamie Massey out in front, leading yet again another race here in that number 19 ride. Kyle Jarrett trying to hold on to position number 2 is T-Jack Tyler Jackson looking down to his inside. The 09 of Joshua Ely right there ready to pounce as he's there in position number 4 and looking for more. Dustin Hannigan, the kid, there in position number 5 as Jordan LaFawn up into position number 6 already. This 105 ride looks very, very fast here this evening. Charles Barnes right there in 7th. Bradley Means in position number 8. Jim Revis up into 9th, and Lon Franks up inside the top 10 now. So a few drivers falling back. You see Brett Beavers down 7 positions, trying to hold on to that number 27 ride. Unfortunately, sliding back farther and farther and farther, and unfortunately for Bryce Dickinson, he missed the start of this feature event. Bryce Dickinson was supposed to start up towards the front of the field, and unfortunately, we see another driver turned around here. The 09 ride of Joshua Ely unfortunately parked sideways there on the racetrack, and a tough break there for that Milner Media and Designs. Bob of My Promotion, 09 Laser Engraving 09 ride. He was up in position number 4. Fortunately, he is going to bring out caution flag number 1 as we will take a look and see what happens here to Josh. Maybe a little bit of contact between himself and the 33 here of Dustin Hannigan. As Hannigan right there in position number 5 behind him. Looks like just going to send it into the corner. Looks like Henny's going to get a little piece of him there. Nowhere to go for Charles Barnes. The 105 getting a little piece of that one. Lon Franks nowhere to go, and that's going to shove this 09 ride right back up in front of the entire field. A good job by everyone trying to hang on to their rides and keep it out of some damage there. So that could have been a lot worse than what it was. Only a few drivers unfortunately getting some pieces of that one, but could have been a lot worse with a lot of traffic coming right at that 09 ride. Luckily enough, the driver's side door wasn't showing. It was the passenger side door, which is always good to see. Ugh. Some heavy hits right there, unfortunately for Lon Franks, unfortunately for the 52 rider. Billy Northcutt, they're all going to get a piece of that one as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. You see that 09 ride back out onto the racetrack as Jamie Massey out in front. Delaware File restarts all by himself. What happened to Bryce? I don't know what happened to Bryce. I don't know if he lost internet or what's gone wrong here with the 84 rider, Bryce Dickinson. He never made it to the starting grid here for this A-Main feature event. Maybe an expired motor or something, as we are back to Green Flag Racing. Quickly, the green flag into the air here for Jamie Massey. As Massey once again out in front, looking to try to stretch his lead, is T-Jack Tyler Jackson. They're in position number 2, going door-to-door here and toe-to-toe with that 45 ride of Kyle Jarrett. As Jordan LaFawn slowly but surely trying to work himself up through the field here, as you see the 822 trying to slide his nose over front of the 45 ride of Kyle Jarrett. That's going to watch Jarrett up the racetrack at almost 3 wide back there for position number 3, as here comes the 21C of Charles Barnes. He's going to try to work that inside lane in and try to work himself up inside the top 3 here, as he's got Jordan LaFawn and that 45 of Kyle Jarrett right there within breathing distance. Here he comes, the 57 rider Jim Revis up through the field as well. Revis up 5 spots here into position number 7. He's bringing Lon Franks right there with him as Grady Ehrman works to his inside, and Billy Northcutt rounding out our top 10. Brett Beavers sliding back to the just outside the top 10 now in the 27 ride. There in 11th as the 727 of Zachary J. Clark and the 88 of Cody Ernest working to his inside. Brian Taft, Matt Fletchell right there as well. The 55 right of Cody Meyer trying to work himself up through the field here, back in that 16th position. Matt Taylor there in 17th with Ty Dickinson trying to hold on to that 19th position. There's a little bit of contact back there behind him. 33 ride going to go down through the infield, and the caution flag going to come back out. The caution flag coming back out here in this one. Looks like Dustin Hannigan, Dan Stifler, and Jeremy Akins all going to have some issues down here at corner number 1 and 2. We'll take a look back and see what happens, as they were just inside the top 20 here. Looks like Dan Stifler working the inside, the 33 to the outside. Looks like he's just going to get a little love tap right there from Dan Stifler. Nowhere to go there for Jeremy Akins. They're all going to get tied together down on the bottom side of corner number 1 and 2. And the caution flag is going to come out with a lot of body panels and body parts sitting right there. And a lot of drivers coming right at them, as the caution flag will fly here for the second time. So we'll stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Bryce lost internet. Oh, no. That's the worst. That is the worst, Mama Bear. Losing the internet, there's never a good time for the internet to go out. That is for certain. It's always the wrong time. It's always the worst time for the internet to go out. And unfortunately for Bryce Dickinson, looking to have a good run here this evening, would have had a top 10 starting position as well. And unfortunately finds himself at the rear of the field here of this 26-car pack. And just unfortunately not going to be able to join this one unless if his internet comes back on here. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to have enough time to really join or gain any positions. So a tough break there for the 84 machine. Scott Dobbs, my boy Scott, coming in, dropping that thumbs up. Dakota Elliott coming in with that heart reaction as well in the stream. How are you, Dakota? How are you, Scott? Steven, my boy, says that he's doing good. That's always good to hear, brother. That's always good to hear. Evan Chell says, good luck to everyone. That's what we like to see. Good lucks to everyone out there on the racetrack. But right now, the whole field's going to need some good luck to try to jump up here and beat this 19 rider, Jamie Massey, as he's the reflection of perfection so far here in this one, as the 19 ride out in front, showing the way still at the beautiful Lucas Oil Speedway. Kyle Jarrett back up into second here as T-Jack Tyler Jackson going to give him a shot to the back bumper. Around goes the 45 ride. Kyle Jarrett's going to go around the caution flag, back out into the air. Matt Fletchel's going to join him there backwards on the backstretch. So we'll have to wait and see how the admins are going to score this one, as the 45 ride of Kyle Jarrett going to go around. I'm sure Kyle not going to be very happy with the contact and how he was ran right there from the 822 with Tyler Jackson, as T-Jack going to get in there a little bit deep here, going to get right into that back bumper here of Kyle Jarrett. And unfortunately, Jarrett just can't hold onto the car. The rear end steps out and around on him, and he's going to get another shot as well from the 822 ride before he goes completely around. As see T-Jack, he's trying to get onto the binders here to give him some room, but unfortunately not enough time and not enough room out there to be given. He washes up the racetrack. It's a piece of Charles Barnes there, which shoves Charles Barnes off the racetrack. See, Bradley Means work himself right on through the middle of that. The 105 right had to get onto the binders to avoid it. The 10 right along Frank's having to go through a pass for the grass there, and fortunately for Matt Fletchel, he's going to go around and join him there as well on the backstretch, as we'll jump right on board here with the 822 with T-Jack, as it looks like T-Jack is going to get an EOL, and he is going to start at the back of the pack here with the 45 ride, as unfortunately just got in there a little bit too deep, and it's into that Cocky Floyd Consulting Speed Ranch number 45 machine. And unfortunately for both drivers, that's going to put them at the rear of the field, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. That may be a little bit more of a breath of fresh air here for Jamie Massey, as that's going to take two tough competitors basically out of this race. That's going to put them way farther back in this field. We'll have to keep an eye out and see how Kyle Jarrett and Tyler Jackson can work themselves back to the front of the field here, or if they can work themselves back to the front, as out in front, it's all Jamie Massey, as Massey continuing to lead the way here in this one. Jordan LaFawn right there into position number 2. Here comes Charles Barnes trying to work that outside lane here in the NLR House of Speed CWD machine. He's there in position number 3. Bradley Means in position number 4 and looking for more here as Jim Revis working to his inside. Jim has worked himself up now 8 positions on the racetrack as he looks to clear that 0B ride of Bradley Means, but Means with that big momentum run, running that high side lane, really making it count up there on the extreme high side. It's a good racetrack here at Lucas Oil Speedway, giving us 2 good, very, very good racing lines right now. That extreme high side and right down on the very bottom here. We'll have to wait and see which one's going to stay around the longest, if one of these are going to unfortunately fade away here or not, as everyone's still trying to hunt down Jamie Massey. We're going to jump into a quick PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We're going to crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. great job here in our Peacemaker Gaming. Crank it up. These guys put on a wonderful show here for us as we're going to get ready for the closing laps here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Out in front, it's still that number 19 of Jamie Massey, as Massey continuing to lead the way here in this one, but look out as the 105 of Jordan LaFawn right there reeling him in as they work themselves underneath some lap traffic there. Unfortunately, the Papa Mike Promotion Speed Ranch Demon Speedworks 67 ride of Ty Dickinson going to go a lap down as Jamie Massey out in front here. The reflection of perfection. Half a second here, only about 2-3 car lengths here over the 105 of Jordan LaFawn. And there you see the 21C of Charles Barnes right there in position number 3 as the top 3 split away here a little bit from the rest of the field as Bradley Means back there in position number 4 and Cody Myers there in position number 6. As these drivers continue to keep on running and gunning out here on the racetrack, looking very, very racy here as Cody Myers up into the top 5 now, looking very strong in that 55 ride. Grady Ehrman there in position number 6. There you see a pair of the DWR rides of Lon Franks and Jim Revis duking it out for the 7th position. Zach Clark right there in position number 9, and Cody Ernest rounding out our top 10 in the TNT Racing number 88 machine. Dustin Hennigan there in position number 11 with Billy Northcutt. There in position number 12, Caleb Ramsey, Brian Taft, and Brett Beavers rounding out our top 15 as they're 3 wide right there behind Beavers. Matt Fletchel up on the high side, Matt Taylor right down through the middle, and Joshua Ely back there in position number 18. Roll in that bottom side as Kyle Jarrett and T-Jack, 2 drivers that we saw up inside the top 3, unfortunately sliding deep into the field here. And they haven't really been able to rebound very far as they're back there in the 18th and 19th position on the racetrack. Dan Stifler right there in position number 21. Jeremy Akins there in 22nd. John Quill Jr. in 23rd. And unfortunately for Ty Dickinson, the first car 1 lap down in position number 24. Tim Taylor and Bryce Dickinson off the racetrack. It's out in front. It's that 19 ride of Jamie Massey continuing to lead the way here, trying to stretch out his lead just over 0.6 of a second here on that 105 of Jordan LaFawn. But LaFawn continuing to try to chip away at it, trying to reel in that 19 ride. Unfortunately, laps are closing down here in a quick hurry as that time by the start finish line. 3 more laps left to go. 3 more laps here for these drivers to get it done. Jamie Massey trying to hold on and trying to pick up a win in another one. Jordan LaFawn there in 2nd. Charles Barnes in 3rd. Bradley Means and Cody Myers rounding out our top 5 as Cody Myers up 16 positions here on the evening. 16 spots on the racetrack for the 55 ride to put himself inside the top 5. Down into corner number 3, nice and easy through corner number 4 for the 19 right at Jamie Massey. Massey's gonna head down across the start finish line and he's gonna see that white flag fly one more time around here for Jamie Massey to be able to get it done here in this one. Jordan LaFawn there in position number 2 is Charles Barnes there in corner number 3 is nice and easy down through corner number 4. It's all Jamie Massey as he picks up the checkered flag here in this one. Jamie Massey's gonna get it done and he's gonna pick up yet again another checkered flag in the Wednesday night street fights. Jordan LaFawn right there in position number 2 in the 105 ride, and Charles Barnes gonna come home in position number 3. Bradley Means, Cody Myers rounding out our top 5. Grady Ehrman, Jim Revis, Lon Franks, Zach Clark, and Cody Ernest rounding out the top 10. But it's all Jamie Massey here in this one. The reflection of perfection as no one had anything for this 19 ride all evening long as he's going to park it up here in the Lucas Oil Speedway victory lane. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for this 19 ride as he's able to get it done and pick up the checkered flag here this evening. Let's see some congratulations and a round of applause here in this one. Woo! That was a lot of fun. That was a great race right there. These drivers put on a heck of a run here for us. Got dumped and decided to keep it going, so we didn't get another caution. Congrats to the top 3. That's a tough one right there. That's a tough one right there, but very noble thing to keep the car rolling, keep the car pointing the right direction there and not bringing out another caution flag. Always a beautiful thing to see drivers do, and take it with a grain of salt out there on the racetrack. And unfortunately, you see a lot of drivers will get turned around and they'll sit there and wait for the caution flag to fly, which can extend the race for a lot longer and create a lot more aftermath issues that we don't need. And luckily enough, Ty Dickinson taking the noble route, keeping the car pointing in the right direction and keep on rolling and not seeing that caution flag fly as we'll jump up into the broadcast booth here with our top three in just a few more moments. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for that 19 ride of Jamie Massey. Alrighty, as we're going to pull Jamie up here for his post-race interview. Let's see those checkered flags up in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. Post those checkered flags as what a run, what a race from each and every one of these drivers, man. A huge congratulations to all these drivers in the A-Main feature event that came out here, gave it a good run, and gave it a good shot here and a good effort to pick up a win. But unfortunately, no one better than Jamie Massey here this evening as we're going to pull that 19 ride up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Jamie, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth to get a copy.
I got you, buddy.
Jamie, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. The reflection of perfection here in this one is you're able to hold them off for 40 hard-fought laps here at Lucas Oil Speedway. A ton of great competition right there behind you, and slowly but surely you see, some of your competitors fall off. We saw, unfortunately, for Kyle Jarrett and Tyler Jackson, they got together, spun around, and had to start at the rear of the field there on one of those caution flags, but that brought Jordan LaFawn and your teammate Charles Barnes right there behind you. You're able to hold them off here all evening and park that 19 right up here in victory lane, but it wasn't super easy as that racetrack looked very, very tough.
Yeah, we were really good. I was just kind of just kind of trying to keep pace and run consistent laps. We got there right there at the end, and we caught Ty or whatever. He was having some wheel settings problems, and I was hoping that we could get a caution. I was trying to set a pace where I didn't catch him and put him a lap down because I love Ty, man, and I didn't want him to get stuck a lap down and then couldn't maybe end his race for him. I didn't want that to happen. So I kind of tried to set a pace where I didn't catch him, and Jordan stayed with me right there pretty good. And finally, Jordan started catching me a little bit, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go get him. So I put some distance between us and got by Ty there. We was good, man. I liked to race it out with T-Jack and Kyle Jarrett. I like seeing how that played out, but all in all, good run.
Absolutely a great run here for you as you pick up yet again another checkered flag in your historic career here in the dirt street stocks and iRacing. Jamie, how did you come into this one knowing that this is going to be a very, very slick racetrack and knowing that there's so many great talented drivers here, a lot of drivers that you would have saw in the Gobbler 100. Obviously, you not getting the opportunity to run in that, but showing us here tonight that you're one of the best to beat here in these dirt street stocks. And as I said there in the one comment yesterday, it felt super weird not seeing you out there on the racetrack yesterday, man, and it hurts me not seeing you out there, and I'm sure it hurts yourself as well, knowing that you're been on such a roll lately. The car's been working so well, and you've been able to hit your marks here so good in everything you jump in, everything you jump behind the wheel of, and being able to pick up a checkered flag tonight in a race that has so many of these talented drivers in yesterday's show.
Yeah, it's man, it's still rough today. It's been rough 2 weeks. It's rough, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's that Gobbler means a lot to me. It's a race I look forward to every year, and it's that race you check off the calendar every year. You make sure you got to make the Gobbler and you put in all the work. That's we haven't worked a lot in street stocks this year as we did in most years, and I feel like this year as a driver I was where I needed to be, and I had all the stones in place to be in contention. And I mean, I've won about every practice race but one or two, and been really good, man. And it is what it is. I made a mistake, and I'll pay the price for it, and I can handle that like a man, and I'll try again next year or whenever they decide to let me come back. Whether I agree with the call or however it is, I'm gonna take it how it is, and it is what it is. I got 8 guys that made that deal, and I worked my ass off for 2 weeks to make that happen. And this league right here is just as stacked. I mean, it's not as stacked, but as far as the street stock regular bangers, it's really stacked. And this separates the man from the boys when you run and fix setup. So that's what I like about it.
Absolutely fixed setups, and it comes down to driver talent out there, and you show a lot of it here this evening as you're able to get that number 19 right into the pole position here in qualifying with the quick time, able to pick up the win easily in heat race number 1, and here you are leading all 40 laps in this A main feature event to pick up yet again another checkered flag after another great, strong performance here tonight in this one. Jamie, who would you like to thank for another great run here tonight?
Um, First and foremost, man, I just want to congratulate my guys there. House of Speed was 1, 2, 3, and we had 4 cars in the top 5. That's pretty awesome. And some of my guys kind of started deep. I think Bryce had some bad luck, and you know, it just Dustin. I think he was running in there in the top 3 or 4 or 5 or something, and he caused a caution and manned up, took the OL, but he battled back. Uh, I just couldn't do it without all my guys, man, and over at NLR and House of Speed. Uh, 4-2 Graphics, Papa Mounts Promotions, Heartland, Harley Davidson, uh, Grip Hackney Live, and y'all tune in. Y'all tune in tomorrow night. My boys is gonna lock that thing up 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely. Well, Jamie, we look forward to seeing those guys in action tomorrow night for the Gobbler 100. And I'm sure, the House of Speed cars have been on fire here as of late. You and Keith have been dominant like usual in any of these broadcasts I put on for all these dirt street stock races. And you guys continue to be, the class of the field here night in and night out. There's a lot of fast drivers, and you guys are going to put on a heck of a show tomorrow evening. I'm sure of it, like you did here tonight. And this one is you're able to come home in the top spot. And as he said, 1, 2, 3 here in this one for House of Speed, and Cody Myers back there in position number 5. Myers up 16 positions here in this race to come home with the top 5 finish.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we've been pretty good in any league race or anything we've set in, and that just speaks volumes. But I also want to give a shout out to Jim and them, man. The track was so much better this week than it's been prior weeks. They're trying to figure out how to get this thing multiple lanes, and I ran everywhere there, run the bottom some laps, middle, slider, top. I didn't ever go to the top, but I feel like the top would have been good. It was really good in that consi. So just a shout out to them, and man, I hope it worked out in our favor as far as the Gobbler deal because I won't even be in town. I'm leaving to go to Tennessee with my family for a Christmas vacation, and we won't even be in town. So it worked out. So I won't even get to watch the race tomorrow. I'll have to watch it once I get in Tennessee. So it'll be late tomorrow night before I can watch it. It'll already be over.
Well, that's going to suck, Jamie, but I'm sure you're going to have a good time looking through it all. You'll have to turn your cell phone off, though, and try to see. So that way you don't get any, what do you want to call it, the bloopers or whatever, or any
Yeah, I won't have
spoilers,
no. Yeah, I won't have no service. It's straight through the mountains. I will be no service from about 6 o'clock till probably 10 or so. So
Absolutely. Well, Jamie,
thank you, man.
congratulations on the win here in this one. We look forward to seeing you back in action when you come back from your vacation. And I'm sure we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth and maybe right back up here in Victory Lane.
Hope so. Thank you, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that number 19 of Jamie Massey as he's able to pick up the checkered flag here in this one. What a run and what a drive there out of the 19 ride. The reflection of perfection as he's able to get that 19 ride up here into victory lane after leading every single lap here he could this evening. But we're going to bring in our second place finisher driver with a very good run. Showed a lot of speed here, worked himself in through that B-Main consolation race, and here he is up inside the top 2 as he's going to come home in that second position. It's Jordan LaFawn in the 105 ride here this evening. Usually sporting the 11 machine, but here in the 105, we're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Jordan, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
What's happening, Aaron?
Not much, Jordan, my boy. A great run, a great triumph here as you worked the 105 machine up through the field and into position number 2. You went to work there trying to figure out a way to not only catch Jamie Massey, but trying to find a way to get around that 19 run. Unfortunately, time ran out very quickly on the racetrack. You really weren't able to get a caution flag or anything else to give that 19 ride a run for his money here in this one.
No, that dude, Jamie's one of the best in these dirt street stocks, man. So I guess if anybody in this ever was gonna beat me, I'm glad it was him. He's pretty damn good in these street stocks, man. So it's fun. That was a good race. especially after last night running the Gobbler. I just first off, I want to thank Jamie, Hackney, Charles Barnes, all the guys over at NLR and House of Speed, putting the work in the last couple of weeks, getting all the guys ready for that big street stock race. Definitely felt like we had a car to be able to make the A main feature there, and then unfortunately, we were the first car out in the B main. So, just again, thanks to all of them guys for all the work they've done last couple weeks, getting everybody ready. And boys, they should put on a show tomorrow.
Absolutely. Definitely going to be a show tomorrow, man. And it's going to, not be as fun not seeing you guys in it. When you look through the field here, this one, there's so many of these drivers that are so talented, regular dirt street stock cars that we see, night after night after night that are fortunately not going to be, out there on the racetrack even for the last chance qualifier or for that A main feature event for the Gobbler 100. But, you guys continue to work hard week after week after week, night after night here, getting faster and faster and faster and better and better and better. And, taking that one as a good learning experience is going to set you guys up really good for next season, as you were right there on the cusp of making it into the A-Main feature event tomorrow. And so close, brother, so close.
Man, and the crappy thing about it, Aaron, is I was in a transfer spot last year in my heat race, and the white flag came out, dude, and I was so nervous, and I thought the white flag was the checkered flag, and actually led up and got passed by a few cars on the last lap of the heat race, and ended up running the D main, transferred into the C, transferred into the B, and ended up coming up one spot short last year as well. So, we'll take it. We'll take it, man. We're gonna learn from it, and hopefully we can be one of them 12 drivers locking ourselves in next year.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we're going to look forward to that. We're going to look forward to seeing your dominance here on the racetrack week after week here in the regular sessions that we see here hosted and everything else for these leagues. And we're going to see you continue to get bigger and better week after week after week. But Jordan, a good run here tonight in this one with so many talented drivers out there on the racetrack being able to jump up into position number 2 and give Jamie Massey a run for his money here in this one. Coming up one spot short, though. Jordan, who would you like to thank for a great run and a great drive here in this one?
Again, all the guys over at House of Speed, Jamie Massey, Keith Hackney, Charles Barnes, Bryce Dickinson, all them guys are cool to hang out with. They're fun to turn laps with, and they're a good group of guys to learn from. Lawn Crafters Lawn Care, GY6RN, Big Bacon Media Gaming, House of Speed again, and you, Aaron, for broadcasting these races for us, man. You're one of the best in the business.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Jordan, a good run, a good drive here in this one. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack next Wednesday. Hopefully, we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth. Maybe one spot better, though, and up in Victory Lane.
Man, I hope so. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Beauty, Jordan. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for the 11 ride of Jordan LaFawn as LaFawn coming home here in position number 2. That's his typical LaFawn mistake. Oh, my gosh. Kick a man while he's down, Ty. Kick a man while he's down, why don't you? My gosh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to pull in our third-place finisher here, our third-place driver, Charles Barnes. As Barnes coming home here in position number 3. We're going to get the 21C ride up here for his post-race interview. Hey, Charles, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
I got you.
Charles, my boy, a good run and a good drive here for the 21C machine as you're able to work yourself up into position number 3. You go after Jordan LaFawn for that second spot for quite a few laps. Unfortunately, you weren't able to make the move around that 105 ride and really weren't up there to be able to give a good run for Jamie's money here in this one.
Yeah, me and LaFawn started next to each other, 7th and 8th, and it kind of just the way it played out to where he got to the bottom one restart, and it was either me sit there and race him, and maybe us get past or get in a wreck, or just kind of follow him up through there, and I just decided to follow him up, and kind of worked out in our favor. We got all the way up to second and third, so I'll take it.
Absolutely a good run and a good race there for both of you guys. So you're able to work yourselves onto the podium here. Let's take a look back through this race, Charles. As you know, you were working yourself through some of the traffic, some of those other cars that were there in front of you. We saw you get tied up there in the wreck when T-Jack unfortunately got into the back bumper there. Kyle Jarrett spun around there. You got a good piece of that one, a good seat for it, as you got some good damage. Did it affect your car at all out there on the racetrack, or was your car pretty much unscathed from that contact?
Honestly, I didn't. When I saw Tyler get into him, I got on the brakes pretty hard because I knew either they were going to come up the track or Tyler was going to turn right off of him. So I knew I was going to hit him in somewhere. So I kind of slowed down. And so when I hit him, it didn't really hurt the car. I didn't. My spotter was telling me I didn't have any damage or anything. So I kind of ran it. I hurt my car more. I think it was like 2 or 3 to go. I got in the backstretch wall, and I think it towed it in or something. But other than that, I didn't have any other damage or anything.
Well, you're able to hold on to this one as this racetrack continued to change all evening long. We saw a lot of good racers running the bottom lane. We saw some up there using that extreme high side as this track was really worked in well here this evening. What was it, your thoughts throughout this race, with the different lanes and the different choices you could have to try to make some ground up here on the 2 cars there in front of you?
Real cut down was working pretty good. It was just hard once you got under them to pass them running bottom on entry. Other than that, you kind of really had to wait on a mistake or them to maybe go in the corner, maybe try a different line, and you can snake underneath them. But most of the time, for me, passing was on the bottom. I couldn't get a pass on the top very well.
Absolutely. Well, Charles, still a good run and a good drive as he parked that 21C machine up here on the podium here in position number 3. Charles, who would you like to thank for such a good run and strong performance here at Lucas Oil Speedway?
I've got to thank all the boys over at NLR and House of Speed. We've been putting in a lot of work in dirt street stocks recently, but we're still there on the late models and the big blocks and a little bit of the asphalt stuff. So go check them out. I got to give a shout out to you for broadcasting this, Jim and all the DWR guys for putting this league together. It's a pretty good league to be running with. Then I got to thank Cody Williams at Cody Williams Design for my wrap.
Beauty. Well, Charles, congrats on the 3rd place run. Hopefully we'll see you back out here on next Wednesday and right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe a couple spots better and up in victory lane yourself.
We're going to shoot for it. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our 3rd place finisher, Charles Barnes. As Barnes coming home here in position number 3. What a run, what a race, what a drive there by all these drivers, man. That was a ton of fun. These guys put on a great show here for us. Right from the drop of the first green flag, right down to the checkered flag. These guys battled it out, duked it out nonstop, door to door, fender to fender action. And these guys put on a great show. As my boy Caleb Ramsey coming in, showing the love with the exclamation mark followers with the 696 days of being a follower here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Absolutely insane, brother. Ty says congratulations to Charles Barnes. Is my boy Craig Michael Deacon dropping that thumbs up on the stream. Lud Rothschild coming in, smashing that thumbs up as well. Brandon LaFawn, Bree Goat Singer coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream as well. Max Busboom coming in with the heart reaction. Scott Dobbs, Dakota Elliott all coming in, showing the love as well. Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson says, awesome job, Aaron. You're the best, Mama Bear. You're the best, my girl. You're the best, Mama Bear. Coming in, showing the love here in this one. And, Mama Bear, I do got, we got this bad boy right here. He sticks with me. He sticks right here with me all the time, Mama Bear. We always got the Mama Bear teddy bear right here near us at all times. It can't go too far away. This is my boy Charles Barnes. Charles coming in, setting it off. Mr. Barnes with the 500-star donation. Are you kidding me, Charles? Charles coming in, showing the big love with the 500-star donation. Absolutely insane, brother. Absolutely insane. Coming in, smashing that, gosh, heckin' 500-star bump. Absolutely insane, my dude. Caleb says, miss the long hair, though. Laugh out loud. Oh, my gosh, the long hair. The long hair was wild, brother. But, I mean, I don't know. We might grow the beard out. I don't know about the hair, though. We might grow the beard out now. It's been snowing all day today up here in Canada, so it's been cold. It's been very, very cold up here in Canada. Send blankets and send some warmth up this way. Gosh darn. My boy John Quill says, laugh out loud. I made a slider adjustment to my wheel, and it got worse for the feature. Went in the pits under caution, made another adjustment, and felt worse. Laugh out loud. I can't win. Oh my gosh, that's the worst, brother. That's the worst. Whenever you're trying to fix something and it ends up making something else even harder or anything else, man. I'm awful when it comes to setups, so I would never be able to help anyone with setups. So I'm telling them, listen, go here, go there, talk to this guy, talk to that guy. That's about as much as I can do when it comes to setting up a race car. Other than that, I just get in it and drive the thing. I just wheel it as best as I can, whether it's base setup or something that somebody sends me. I just try my best. That's all you can do. And sometimes, you can almost over adjust yourself out of stuff. You might think, you can get a little quicker, a little bit better, and you try to adjust a little bit more and a little bit more, and all of a sudden, you've worked yourself out of what was already a better setup that you already had. So you got to keep that in mind as well. Sometimes over adjusting a car can also cause you to go quite a bit slower. You can keep the snow. Oh, man. I don't want to keep no snow. No snow up here for me. No snow up here for me. Once again, huge shout out my boy Charles Colby Barnes coming in with the 500-star donation and the like on the stream. John Quill Jr. coming in with that heart reaction on the stream as well. My boy Craig Michael Deacon coming in with the exclamation mark followage with the 484 days of being a follower here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Absolutely insane, brother. Absolutely insane. John Quill says, I changed everything over for asphalt next season because I'm not racing dirt anymore and didn't have the time to set everything back. Oh no, brother, that sucks. It sucks that you've changed everything over, but it also sucks that you're leaving dirt. Come on, brother. You can't leave dirt. Dirt is where it's at, my boy. Dirt is where it's at. But listen, if you want to get into some NASCAR leagues, shoot me a message. I have a truck series league that races on Tuesday nights. That's about to get fired underway. We got the Outcast Racing League on Sundays, and we also have another series that's going to start probably, I think, in February on Wednesdays. That's going to follow the NASCAR schedule, and they're going to be running the NASCAR Next Gens or whatever. They're going to be running those as well. So if you want to run some of those, let me know. And we also have the Bulletproof Motorsports series that's still going on, which is Asphalt Super Late Models on Sunday evenings as well. So if you want some asphalt racing action, brother, hit me up. I can point you in the right direction. But man, some great racing here this evening. Some great runs here. All these drivers doing a wicked job. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in, coming in, hitting that like button, hitting that share button. My boy John Quill Jr. John Quill coming in, hitting that sub button. Are you kidding me? John Quill Jr., welcome to the PeaceMaker and Sub Club, baby, coming in, hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate you, my boy, coming in, becoming a part of the PeaceMaker Sub Club here in this one. Absolutely insane, my boy. Welcome to the Sub Club here on PeaceMaker Gaming, coming in, dropping that subscription. Absolutely insane, man. Even Charles coming in, setting it off here late in this one. Absolutely crazy, boys. You guys are going wild here in this one. I'm running late model stock leagues. Okay, yeah, so the late model stocks. I think that's what Josh Peacock, his series, is running right now with the Bulletproof Motorsports. So if you're not doing anything on Sundays at 7 o'clock Eastern time, that's when their stuff gets fired underway. I think their practice opens at 6:40 Eastern, and then racing starts or qualifying starts at 7 o'clock Eastern time on Sundays. So if you want to run some more late model stocks or pro stocks, whatever they call them there on asphalt, but that's what they're running. I could shoot me a message. I'll shoot you their Discord or something if you want, John, and I'll get you pointed in the right direction there for that series. My boy, Whiskey and Grit, Alex Dean. Whiskey coming in, showing the love. How are you, my boy? How are you, Whiskey? How you doing today, my brother? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful time, man. Hopefully you're enjoying the amazing racing action of the amazing action. My boy Whiskey and Grit, man, he's been on the road streaming from an RV trailer, an RV that him and his wife have been cruising, seeing some great sights, man. I've been following your journey as much as I can, and seems like some really cool content. Seems like you guys are really enjoying yourself being out and about in the wilderness. All right, I'll have to check them out. Yeah, absolutely, John. Absolutely, my boy. I can shoot you the Discord if you want. Let me see if I can find you. See if I can find you in this Discord here. Jays. I don't even see one there for that one. me see if I can find you on here quick. Can't I find you on there? That seems so weird. Check my Discord. I think you're in my Discord too. I'm gonna go through my Discord and fix it, bro. Okay, you know what? Here, how would I just do this? This will be way easier, John. This will be way easier. I'll just throw it right up into the chat right now. I'll throw their Discord right up in here for you. There you go. That'll be the easiest way right there for me to do that. Is just drop it right in the Discord, or the Discord right into the chat there for you. You can click right on that bad boy and jump into the Discord there for the Bulletproof Motorsport series and enjoy the fun there. You can take a look at their schedule and everything else. There's not a lot of races left with it, but I'm sure they might be able to get some more of that stuff going on. I'm going to be running the Goose Graphics LMCS Tour and Tuesday Night League. Okay, nice. Sick. That's dope. Let's go. Yeah, for certain. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all coming in, showing the love here in this one. My boy John Quill dropping that subscription. My boy Charles Barnes coming in with the 500-star donation. I appreciate you guys coming in, showing the big love here late in this one. Everyone coming in with the likes, the comments, the shares. I appreciate each and every one of you. To any of the new followers or subscribers over there on YouTube, welcome to the PeaceMaker family. Welcome to the PeaceMaker crew. I appreciate everyone tuning in, and I will see you guys not here on PeaceMaker Gaming tomorrow night. We'll see you guys back over on the VLR channel for the Gobbler 100 tomorrow evening, as I'll be up in the booth calling that race with Tommy Rowe, and it's going to be a lot of fun, man. It's going to be a ton of fun tomorrow night for the Gobbler, and I appreciate all you guys tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you guys up in the chat there watching the big $1,000 to win race tomorrow night. But peace out for now. I'll see you guys all back here probably Friday. Actually, yeah, Friday for our Saturday night series is actually going to be running a Friday night special this week. So I'll see you guys back here on Friday and every single night for the next 2 or 3 weeks until Christmas break, baby. So we got lots of racing action to be had here in the next little bit. Matty, my boy, Mr. Fletchell, how are you? Coming and showing the love. Matt, we're just about to hop off, brother. We're just about to hop off. That 26 is slow. The 26 ride is average. He's average. There's no slow. There's good efforts out there, and that's all that matters, that you put on a good effort, brother. That's all that matters. Listen, Matty, unfortunately, my boy, we're about to hop off. I'm going back to COD. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with some Call of Duty action, okay, brother? There ain't nothing wrong with Call of Duty, but I don't know, brother. I've seen you play Call of Duty before, and I've seen you play iRacing before, and I think you should stick with iRacing, brother. 100%. You should stick with iRacing. I'm just kidding. You do whatever you think you want to do. You do whatever you think is funnest and whatever makes you have the most joy out there. That's all that matters, brother. That's all that matters, my boy. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, baby. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a race. What a show. What a drive right there for Jamie Massey. Wow, that was a lot of fun.
Artificial love go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday. Fill my veins with artificial love go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday.
I had one fuck left and I lost it. Why'd I throw my heart in the middle of the mosh pit? Running from it all and it's getting exhausting. It's marathon shit like I'm winning the Boston. I called last week, guess you got busy. I must've hit you 9 times like I shot 50. And I said I was alright, but I'm not really. Like I thought I was alright, but it got tricky. You see, on the outside, I'm a house with a white picket fence. On the inside, I'm a mess. Gotta come clean, I got things to confess. From the foundation, I'm deeply depressed. And it get a little harder to breathe with each step. I can feel my heartbeat beating out my chest. 6 feet deep, finally get a little peace when I rest. Get a little sleep when I'm dead.
Fill my veins with artificial love go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday. Fill my veins with artificial love go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself myself to say goodbye to yesterday.
Why you keep it inside till you lash out? Why you got good friends that you badmouth? Why you throwing stones in a glass house? Why you saying that's facts when you have doubts? I know you see the black cloud sitting over my head and you still throw shade. They said the sun gon' come out tomorrow, but it's still gon' rain. A thunderstorm warning, it still won't go away. Sitting in a puddle while I fill my brain with the thoughts of the ways I could kill myself. So I take another pill to conceal my pain. But it's almost like you wanted me to feel your pain. Like you thought somehow that would heal your pain, but it never does. And instead of love, we keep looking for drugs like it's a better buzz. Yeah.
Fill my veins with artificial love, go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday. Fill my veins with artificial love, go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday.